Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you guys are new to this channel, I usually talk about a lot of things when it comes to money, but today that's not the case. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 3 stages in life that you're bound to happen for you. Well, this happened to me, and I'm sure it's probably bound to happen to most people, but not a lot of people talk about it. So, without further ado, here it goes. So, the first part, there's bound to be 3 stages in life where either you're going down in life, or whether it's life, relationship, financially, whether you got stagnated. Hey, this is boring. I'm just going in mundane, day in, day out, day in, day out. You know, you're going around in a rat race, let's say. That's when you become really stagnated. It feels like a Groundhog Day. Or, you know, if you just wake up, hey, today's Monday, you go to work, you go home, go to sleep, next day, Tuesday, Wednesday, the same cycle again and again. And then before I know, yeah, yippee, weekend. And then, yeah, no, it's Monday. Back to the grinding and hustling to survive and whatnot. So that's number 2, when you become really stagnated. I've experienced that as well. Then the third one would be going up, up, up. So the first one is just going down, down, down. And then the second one would be, hey, I'm stagnated. Hey, I'm going up, up, up. So those are the 3 stages in life that I've experienced. And it comes down to those 3, and I realized to myself, where are you guys want to be? Like, personally, if you don't take a conscious note about where you are, wherever you are, you know, spiritually, relationship, money, financially, and whatnot, you have no idea where your boundaries are. You don't know, and if you don't know where you are, it makes it a bit hard to have a not clear vision where you want to be. So, and I'm sure some of you guys out there are feeling the same way, because I felt the same way. So how do I figure it out from, let's say, if you're down, to go up, step up into the middle, like as in the middle stage, the stagnated stage, and then from there, how do I step up again to go up higher? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. When you are down, when you're really going down, 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 it is really, really hard to get motivated. Don't get me wrong, I've been there. It is really, really hard to stay focused. It feels like everything's against you. You know, and you start having all of this doubt. Having a doubt of, am I worthy enough? Is this, for me, is this the right way? Am I doing the right thing? And why is this not going up in the world? You know, and you get really frustrated because everything what you try to do is always going down. And then if you keep using the word or the mindset of going down in life, you're bound to be staying down there. Okay, the other way of looking at it is like, if you keep on digging a hole and you don't stop digging, and then instead of digging down, digging up, you're going to keep on going down. So how do I do that in the first place? First thing, you gotta think, you gotta change your mindset. That's the first thing where I realized is when I was down in the bottom of my life, you know, in every way possible, you gotta think, this happened for a reason. You gotta switch it as well, in a sense of, how can I, what does this mean to me? Why am I putting in this lot of pressure down here? What does that mean? How do I get out of that? What can you learn from it? That's how I look at it. You know, I remember one stage in my life where I was like working so much just to pay off the bills. That wasn't fun. I was working 7 days a week, you know, 10, 11 hours a day. And that wasn't pretty cool. It wasn't cool for me, my health, well-being in a sense. And yeah, great, the money is there, but your body take a toll. It's a snowball effect as well when you're going down, right? It's a snowball effect on you mentally, physically, relationship wise between my wife and I don't even see my wife. So, and that wasn't fun. But at the same time, you need to sit down and realize to yourself, what does this mean? What am I learning? What can I take advantage of this? So I sat down and I realized to look at it into a little bit more deeper into my personal finance experience. Okay, so where are we at? How come I have to work 7 days, and somehow for every week that I earn, not a lot of them coming into me. It has to distribute somewhere else. So that wasn't fun. It wasn't cool as well. Because for every dollar that I earn, it automatically goes out somewhere else. In fact, we weren't actually having enough money to eat, so we had to use a credit card. And I'm like, oh my lord, that's so hard. And it's not cool when you get up to that stage, and when you're realizing that your, I guess, a saving account's depleting every week. You've got a cash flow problem. And I don't know how to put it in any other way aside from you really do have a cash flow problem. If you don't sit down and write it down, where is your money coming in and going, you've got a cash flow problem. And because we had a multiple stream of properties back then, we had, like, every property was costing us money. We had a huge cash flow problem. Massive. So, one of them, let's say, costing us about $200, another one $300, and another one is like another $200-$300 or something along those lines, where it becomes to nearly about 90% of our income, it just goes towards bill. It wasn't goes towards any of us having fun at all. So that's when I was drowning. That was like the lowest point of my life, when it just going down. This is not property investing, because property investing should flourish you, should give you all of these wonderful things that can take you to travel, going out and about. It doesn't mean that just because you have a property or property investing, let's say, it doesn't mean anything when it comes, if you have to look at your cash flow. If you're not cash flow strong, which is where I was, it can drown you, and it drowned me badly. It goes down. So from then on, I stopped digging. I realized to myself, this is not right. Now, we had a communication problem as well between my wife and I, because she was dealing with 2 kids, and I was trying to figure out this money bit in our relationship, let's say. And because of that, we are in a wrong direction between one to the other. Something that sort of wake me up is realizing that after 2 years of owning a certain property, we just renovated it, and then we put it on rental. The tenant moved out, and then we had to do a second renovation in a short period of 2 years, just to get it to be able to be in the market again in 2 years or less. So that wasn't fun. So that's when I decided, this has got to change. This has got to change dramatically. So from there, try and find a different formula, try to find a different way in order for me to actually be able to step up, because I was digging down the hole. So we did a few things different with our property. We doing it slightly differently, so that way we can get a cash flow, at least break even in the sense of, hey, every week I don't have to pay any more money. So at least is that, at least every week I have to make sure that money is coming into my pocket. Not even that, actually. Just break even was just this, the middle point to become stagnated. So found a formula, managed to do that, and I made it so that way it becomes neutrally geared, let's say, of not enough to pay off all the bill. Changing my formula instead of a negatively gearing, that wasn't pretty cool. Look, negatively gearing probably cool if you earn so much money, so much. But if you're an average mom and dad, if you're an average couple, and it's not cool if you're having a negatively gearing. If you're really making like a bucket load of money, then yeah, negatively gearing works. But for us, because we're just an average Joe Blow, earning an average income, it's not working for us. If you're middle class, it's worse. You know, and yeah, if you're definitely in the middle class sector, it's not going to work for you having a negatively gearing. And that's what I experienced. Then from there, I managed to become stagnated in a sense of, okay, this is fun, owning a property, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere in a sense of money comes in, money goes out, straight to the bank. Money goes in, money goes out, straight to the bank. Straight to the insurance company, straight to the strata, council rate, and all of the administration that comes with property. Now, that sounds pretty good when you have a neutrally geared property, where you know the income coming in, it's enough to pay off all of the expenditure on the property. So it looks after itself. That's what the second stage of where I was. The second stage of my property investing is like, it's fun, but at least it's like, hey, it recovers by itself. Which is where most people, again, doing it. Then I realized to myself, well, this is not working out correctly, because if it's just money goes in, money goes out, even though it's not coming out of your pocket, who's winning? The winner would be obviously the bank, because they're receiving the mortgage repayment, the council, because they got they got their share, the insurance company, they got their share, strata, if it's on strata, they got their share. Then how come I don't have any share of mine? So that got me thinking again, like, hang on a second, how come everyone else got a share except for me? You know, if you get a share, at least great, but you're doing all of this admin, you're paying all of this bill, but you don't get paid yourself. Most people always look at it and goes, no, you don't look at it this way, you look at it in the long term. You know, 30 years from now, your mortgage is paid off if you're doing principal and interest repayment. And then it will be, you know, double, triple the value of the property. Like, so my share, I have to wait for a certain number of time, years, for 30 years. That's how I'm expecting it. So I gotta wait for that long, because no, that's not what I want. That wasn't the property investing that I wanted. So then I do a couple of different, I guess, steps and strategies. How can I actually make that into a positive straight away? And that's what the formula that I use over and over again. So that's when you're going down the hill, you're a minus. Going down, you work so hard, money is not coming in, and money is just going straight out, and on top of that, your money getting out. When you become stagnated, which is where I was in the middle, where it's like, okay, money goes in, but money goes out, but there's no leftover for me. So I'm waiting all of this, it's not going anywhere for me. So that wasn't pretty cool. And then the third stage, this is the fun stage, I'd say. The fun stage is like when money goes in and money goes out, and you got leftovers to do whatever you want with it. And that's where I'm at. life is much better when it goes up, when you get a lot more money coming in than compared to coming out. Fundamentally, investing, property investing, it's a simple maths. It's a four, not even a 4 years old. Let's say maybe a year one kindergarten maths. I teach this to my son and my daughter, and they get it. Now, if you cannot explain how your income and expenses going in and out into a 5-year-old, there's a financial mess inside your I guess finances in a sense. You're in a financial mess in a sense. So I teach my kids this, and they understand it. They understand it in the fact that, okay, so you get more money, Dad, if you know 1 plus 2 equals 3, so that means you got more money. He goes, yeah. I was quite amazed when I tried to explain this to my son. How can I make this so that way he can understand it? So it doesn't matter how much intricacy that comes with it. At the end of the day, you gotta come into a conclusion where you at financially in a regular basis. So some of them, like, you know, you get sold of these ideas like, hey, property investing is a good idea. It's a good idea to lose money every week. No, that's not cool. But if you want to change that, then you gotta explain it to a 5-year-old, or if it's not to a 5-year-old, to a stranger, how you're going with your financially, and you don't have to sugarcoat it. Like, you gotta explain it in a sense that even a 5-year-old can understand it. That's what I realized. Yeah, if a 5-year-old understand that you're losing money, if a 5-year-old understand that you made money, then it's time for you to do something about it. Yeah, I started to do something about it very pretty much when my son was born, and I realized this is not the lifestyle. Then I realized, it goes, hang on a second, we need money to do this, we need money to do that. And I realized, okay, I gotta do something about it in here quite dramatically in order for us to be financially wealthy. Like a cash flow wealthy, that is. And that's what I did. And now I teach this to my kids, and they understand it. Great. So the formula that I'm using, it's work. If it's a 5-year-old understand how your financial work, you should be able to understand how your finances work. So, look, talking about money with your kids probably one of the section that you don't want it to do. Maybe you feel embarrassed and whatnot, and because it's a little bit more personal. If you're not, I guess, comfortable, you might want to speak to whoever it is, the closest person, you know, your family members or so, or if not your closest friend that doesn't judge you by any means. I'm fortunate enough that I speak to my wife about this and she understands it, and we try to do whatever it takes in order for us to get a lot more, I guess, going up and up and up in our financial section. Not just that, it gives you a boost to do, you know, to be a lot more confident. The confident of, okay, then I can go out and explore, I can go doing all of these fun things, and that's what it is for me at the current stage. You know, some part of it I do give out bits and pieces here and there, and some part of it I actually, you know, experience stuff with my kids and explaining stuff with my kids on how the money works, because fundamentally that's not just about in money side as well. I'm just talking about the money sector of this because I'm passionate about the personal finance side. So if you're going down, how do I do it so that way you become stagnated, or if not going back up to where it is, plug that hole, do whatever it takes to get there. And then once you're there, how do I make it to go up and up and up? Now, for us, would we ever do negatively gearing? No way. For us now, because the lifestyle that I'm having now compared to when I had a negatively gearing or neutrally geared, it is much different. You're not as tired. But now it's like I work for 70 or 80 hour week. It's like I'm excited because what I'm doing, it's going up and up and up in every way. What I'm working on, it makes us feel like fulfilled in that aspect of it. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents, guys. So figured, you know what, you gotta do whatever it is that you need to do in order for you to stop digging the hole, become stable, as in stabilizing. And then how do I do it from stabilizing when you get stagnated, when it's so boring, mundane, day in, day out, day in, day out? You need to grow, going up. So either going down, going in the middle, or going up. And for me, I like going up instead of going down. Each to their own, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.